how do you differentiate between refugees, genuine migrants, illegal migrants?
It's not as if these terms are unknown to the law as it stands. It's not as if we have not applied it to any of these tribunals for deportation that we've used in Assam. Nor is it unrecognized in international humanitarian law. We know exactly what we are talking about.
But now we're going to do retrospectively find loopholes.
Do it at least as far as you can. Because I'm not saying that let's go back to the 1947s or the 1950s. I'm just saying let's start the process and see how much of this process efforts is to push the cutoff by.
Look, the pushback which is happening politically, that goes to show that the local population is not with those who will enforce what you are saying is going to happen. Because you need support from the local population also. Forget about the political dispensation, which is anyway not going to be.
Fortunately, some of these issues they're exclusively within the remit of the centre under the constitution. For somebody to make statements from the pulpit to say that, I'm sorry, we will not allow these exercises to be conducted in the state. So what? You're a union for God's sakes, and it is an established position that as far as the federal system is concerned in Bharat, it tilts more towards the unitary system to prevent this kind of secessionism, to prevent this kind of regionalistic nonsense. So if someone says that, you crack down on them. When will you do this?
Tamil Nadu has said we will not allow
Doesn't matter. Who are they to say this? It's unconstitutional. Who are they to say this? It doesn't matter. You need to set the tone by consistently speaking about it, by consistently writing articles about it, by consistently spreading awareness about it. Tell people what does this translate to. Some people may understand nationalism, some people may understand mercantilism. Sell it whichever way possible. Tell them what does it translate to. If it's loss of livelihoods that strikes a chord, do it. If it means danger to the population, life and safety, do it. But you start the process.
So the messaging will be different in different parts of the country.
Yes, it has to be different. But alongside that, let this not be just all talk and bluster. Convert this into a proper report from the Law Commission with proper consultation from security experts who have served in all these border areas, who have written extensive books on what is happening on the ground. People who have served there have specifically written what's happening on the ground. So you would bring them on board, publish this in as many languages as possible, especially in the sensitive areas. From there, you start working on the makings of a law, the trappings of a law. Work towards it. This process, if you start it, it's not going to take anything less than half a decade, at the very least. So when do you hope to start it? By 2029, when demographic invention is complete? Or you see 30% across the board, then what do you do?
Or you lose a state.
That's it. You'll have to give up. How many Kashmirs will you fight in this country? My apologies for saying so. How many Kashmirs will you fight? The wherewithal and the will of the state and the society will be tested to its extremities.
Because everybody will say you have humanitarian obligations. You cannot do this.
Right. So Poland can take that position, but Bharat can't. We are not taking a position that is anti-constitutional or unconstitutional. It is not contrary to humanitarian law. It's not contrary to international law. You need to articulate your position first. It can't be a matter of a couple of speeches here, a couple of speeches there. It's a good thing that they are featuring your speeches. Now it needs to translate to something. It can't be a lone voice from one particular constituency in Bihar who's constantly shouting about this. Because it's not limited to Bihar. It's gone all over the place. The biggest challenge to Bharat is not Pakistan's direct invasion or annexation of any state or conventional warfare with Pakistan.
You're talking about an implosion now.
It is a silent invasion that's been going on for decades now, and with a very clear thought process behind it. Starting from 1906, they've had their eyes on Bengal, Assam, Tripura, that entire region. And that Greater Bangladesh project is the one thing that we have not been able to address head on because it hides behind humanitarian concerns and economic concerns. So I think you need to set the ball rolling as quickly as possible.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा.
The issue is टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है कि संविधान खतरे में है.
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल दें?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब.
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप.
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI. It does not lie.